I ordered food while suffering from cramps and requested a female delivery driver, but the one who showed up was a drunk guy. My aunt insisted on opening the door to let him in. I was suffering from period cramps, so I ordered some painkillers. I asked for a woman to deliver my painkillers to me, but a drunken man came over instead. This time I did not call my brothers for help. I called the police instead in the past. Not only did my brothers send all of their bodyguards to me, but they also rushed back in the process. They ended up missing the theater performance of our adopted sister Gloria. Gloria was sad and grabbed a prop to stab herself. My brothers comforted me. Want to blame yourself for it. At the very least, you were safe. But right after, they arranged my kidnapping and gave me over to a group of drunkards. That was just a drunkard. You could have just chased him out. Did you have to call us? Look, Gloria's dead now. You are not getting out of this alive either. When I opened my eyes again, I returned to the time when the drunkard was knocking on the door. This time I did not call them, and my brothers got to watch Gloria's theater performance and cheered her on. But once the performance ended, they regretted it. It was late at night and the drunkard banged on the door so hard that it shook. I pushed the couch table and all sorts of furniture against the door, but Kamala Depp, my aunt, moved them away. She rolled her eyes at me and thought that I was kicking up a fuss over nothing. Your brothers want to watch Gloria's theater performance and they must be busy right now? You can bother them. We just need to open the door and chase him away. That's all. When I saw the familiar scene before me, I realized that I had returned to the past. This was exactly what had happened in the past. I had just argued with my brothers and had moved out a few days ago. This drunkard had pretended to be a delivery driver and came over to my place. My brothers were at Gloria's theater performance. Meanwhile, I had an argument with Kamala. I guarded the door and refused to let the drunkard in, but Kamala insisted on opening the door for him. In the past, I decided to call my brothers for help. This time, I decided to save my own skin. Just when I brought out my phone to call the police, Kamala rushed over in a frenzy to snatch it from my hands. I told you, you don't have to bother them. I knew that she was going to stop me, so while she put my phone on a high shelf, I ran to the living room, picked up the house phone, and made the call. Both you were thinking about calling the police. You just want to force your brothers to come here, don't you? If they do, what's going to happen to Gloria? Kamala flung her arm and threw the house phone on the floor before stumping on it a few times. Then she grabbed my arm and dragged me to the door. This is nothing. If you were so worried, all we need to do is open the door and ask. Kamala's hands were like pincers and I could not break free. My legs just kept sliding across the floor. When the drunkard saw that I refused to open the door, he grew impatient. The rapid knocks were like drum beats that pierced through the door and hit my heart directly. I was so worked up that I started sweating bullets. My body trembled in time with the knocks, but Kamala pretended not to notice and kept moving forward. I know what you were planning. You just don't want your brothers to focus on Gloria, but Gloria is an orphan. She has nothing. I don't care if you dislike her, but you can't treat her like she is an eyesore. I had known Kamala for nearly 20 years. She was always arrogant and looked down on everyone. The one person she cared about was Gloria. Whenever Gloria had to perform, Kamala would always arrive on time and even give her my things. I never thought that she would be so indifferent about my survival. The knocks grew even more rampant and I heard him swear with every word he knew. If the door opened, I would be dead. I tried to appease Kamala, but she acted like she was possessed and kept trying to drag me to the door. At that moment, I figured something out. She probably had hired the drunkard. She always found me an eyesore because of Gloria, so she was putting up with this act to have the drunkard kill me.